two high school students. This is, what do you introduce yourself?
Cat.
And this is?
Jake.
Jake. All right, there you go. Cat and Jake. All right, Cat and Jake. So today, Cat and Jake are here for anger management. Before we start, I'm going to do a pre-disclosure. Is anything that you guys expose to me that if I feel that everything here is private, with the exception if you say anything like you're going to hurt somebody else or yourself, then those things won't be private. You guys understand that?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so I'll start up what's going to happen today. I already passed out to you guys a pre-assessment, and on there too, you have a pre-assessment, then we have a group participation. All right. So first one is going to involve two balloons which you have in front of you, and a tape measure. But first of all, I want you guys to go and look at your pre-assessment and go ahead and fill it out. And after that, we're going to go over the questions, and we're going to use those questions to find out from you. You guys are going to tell me alternate actions you can do in each situation. You guys understand?
Yes.
All right. So go ahead, let's begin. Let me know when you're done. And if you want to, so everybody in the audience can hear, I'll go over each question. It's 10 questions. It's first one's, I normally get angry, but when I do, I explode. So you have to answer between 1 and 10, 1 being not so much, 10 being that's how I feel. Number 2 questions, I'm still angry about things people did to me in the past. Again, you have to go in a circle between 1 and 10, 1 being not so much, 10 being how I feel. Number 3 question, I get annoyed when I have to wait in line or wait on people. Answer 1 through 10. 4, I fly off the handle easily. Answer 1 through 10, which one, accurately reflects how you feel. Number 5, I get in heated arguments with people closest to me. 1 through 10. I stay awake at night reflecting on what made me angry that day. Number 7, when someone upsets me, I don't normally respond, but later I think about what actions and responses I could have taken. Number 8, I don't forgive someone who has wronged me. Number 9, I disappoint myself when I lose control of my emotions. The last one is number 10, I get annoyed when people do not behave responsibly. And then I have 4 pretty much open-ended responses, which is the questions. The first one is, what is anger? Is anger healthy? Is it okay to be angry? How can I manage my anger? So did each of you guys complete your pre-assessment?
Yes.
Whatever. All right, you ready to move on to the next step? Yeah. All right, exactly. Okay. So now, I know you have your answers down, but now I'm going to ask you some questions. It's important for the rest of our exercise we're going to do, okay? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to take turns. So the first one, I normally get angry, but when I do, I explode. Now, you don't have to tell me what you put down there, but I want to find out, what can you do? What do you think you can be done if you normally get angry and you just explode? Okay, that's okay if I ask you first, Matthias? Mm-hmm. Okay, so what else can you do in that situation? You normally get angry, but when you do, you explode. What can be done?
You can talk to someone.
Okay, there you go. Good job, you're right. Because that's letting it out, right?
Yeah.
Not holding it in, being bottled up, exploding. How about you, Kat?
I'll probably count to 10.
Count to 10, there you go. Give yourself some time and all that. Anything else that can be done? Maybe breathing, which you guys are both doing. Talk to somebody, count to 10, it's like, taking a moment to, get out of the moment. Good job. So number 2, I still feel angry about things what people did to me in the past. So let's start with you, Yeah. What can what other response can you do? What can you do to mitigate if you're still thinking about, things that people did to you in the past make you angry?
Just tell yourself not to think about it.
Okay, there you go. Self-talk. Hey, don't think about it. It's not worth it, right? Spending your time on something like that. Right? How about you, Jay?
Trying to think about consequences.
I mean, outstanding. There you go. That's really great. Because probably not worth it, right? You're sitting there thinking, man, I'm still angry about what they did to me like 2 months ago. Then I didn't think about it no more, right?
No.
Yeah, but you've moved on and you can move on. And it's not worth that, you're sitting there holding on to that. Great job. All right, cat number 3. I get annoyed when I have to wait in line or wait on people.
I think you need to probably bring something with you that annoys you. Keep
Okay,
you busy, keep your mind busy.
good job. There you go. Make use of that time. Ready, you guys? AKA Jake, sorry. That's a good idea. Okay.
That one I think you just have to learn to be patient.
Okay.
That one.
Outstanding. There you go. Practice some patience. There you go. It's outstanding. Being in a moment, mindfulness, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Number 4, I flop the handle easily. What do you think you can do on that, Cat?
I think that one you have to count.
Count. I like that. There you go. Take a step back and count. 1, 2, 3. All right. That gives you time. You're not gonna, so you're not flop the handle. How about you, Jake?
I guess you could, if you could like leave the room, or that's not possible, then, well, yeah, I would like leave the room or try to get away from the situation.
I like that. You're right. Yeah. Get away from it. Remove yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Outstanding. Number 5, I get into heated arguments with people closest to me. Okay.
You just can't be around those people.
There you go. There you go. I agree. Hey, if it's hot, hey, maybe you don't want to be in that place, right? Or somewhere it's not hot.
I can't be with that person.
There you go. All right. How about you?
I would say try to find a middle ground. So if you don't agree with them, try to find a way to see their point of view and move on without getting too caught up in the moment.
All right. Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
All right. I hear your side. Hear my side. I just move forward. Great. All right. Oh, that's great. You're fine. All right. Number 6, I stay awake at night reflecting on what made me angry that day.
Stay.
That's number 6.
Honestly, I don't really know about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll try to help you out. So let's say we'll use something I learned from the Bible about, and I'm not going to try to quote it, about not going to sleep angry, about whatever happened, same steps we've done previous to that. Today, whatever happened, happened. In the future, I'd probably come up maybe some, X, Y, and Z to mitigate it and move on. And when that situation arises again, you try to put it in practice, and that's it. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. How about you? Yeah.
Well, if you don't get angry that day, you have nothing to reflect on.
That is true.
So 1, either don't get angry, or 2, if you know you do this, then you need to do something else before you fall asleep.
All right, okay. There you go. Take your mind off of it. Don't sit there and dwell on it. I agree. Yeah. 'Cause then you just kind of circling the drain there. All right. Nobody wants to circle the drain. All right. Number 7, when someone upsets me, I don't normally respond, but later I think about what action and responses I could have taken. Either one of you guys can tackle that first.
I think I usually use this one the most, but no, I think I try to look at what I would gain from doing something good or bad to that person.
Okay.
And usually I don't do anything about it, but I don't know, I think thinking about it or talking about it helps, makes you feel better.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you are going to you're going to feel like they got away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's bottled up. It's not going nowhere. Like, and then and somebody else does something, it's going to keep adding to it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I agree. I like that. But you can.
This one is basically if we have regret, so it's got to be a way to be in between not responding and responding.
Okay. So you basically feel good about your actions.
No, it says here when you don't respond, so then you think about, well, I should have said this or did that. So there has to be something in the middle.
So, I mean, something in the middle to where you're not doing that day, they're going, hey, man, you know what? I should have done this and that. It's almost like a lessons learned.
Yeah, so this person, like, if you're not going to respond but you regret it, you have to find an assertive way to respond but not angrily.
Gotcha. So we're going to be sitting there thinking about, you know what? I could have did this or
So
that.
you can assert yourself without being angry.
Okay, I like that. Number 8, I don't forgive someone who has wronged me. Oops, wronged me wrong. Okay, excuse me. So I read that again. I don't forgive someone who has wronged me wrong.
I think that's something more personal if you can't forgive somebody.
Okay,
But to me, it depends what it is.
all right.
Yeah.
So there is a point to where I can't forgive you.
Yeah.
And you just cross that line.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they can be forgiven, but like, I would have a hard time moving on from that. Like, I always remember that.
Could you say, yeah, you forgive, but you won't forget?
Yeah.
All right, I think that's healthy. Yeah, because otherwise you're like, hey, you got me, but I plan on you not getting it again, right? Okay. How about you?
Same thing. That's kind of like if you don't forgive and makes you an angry person, then you're gonna have to figure something else out where you can not forget, but if this causes you to be angry all the time, then you're gonna have to do some type of forgiving for yourself.
I agree. Because again, like I said earlier, it's bottled up, it's holding it, right? And now we talked about already 7 prior things that all keep adding to this equation, right? This anger, this ball, and it's not going nowhere, right? Okay. Number 9, I disappoint myself when I lose control of my emotions.
Depends on the situation, I think.
Okay. So sometimes you might feel, you be like, you know what? I feel good letting that out.
Yeah, and sometimes you regret it, but sometimes, like the other question we're talking about, when you don't respond, and then you regret that too. You don't respond, you're like, oh, I should have did this to that person.
But you want to look at the consequences, the results, what you get out of it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How about you?
It's like the one, let's see, number 8 happens, or number 9 happens because you didn't assert yourself. So for like number 7, when you don't assert yourself, then what happens is number 9.
Okay.
So between 7 and 9, you have to find a middle ground. So if you don't let it out and you just don't say anything, then you regret it, and then number 9 happens when you explode.
Good. I agree.
So you have to find a way to figure out between 7 and 9, how do you get to let it out without exploding?
I agree. There you go. Good job. All right, the last one, 10. For this, okay. I get annoyed when people do not behave responsibly.
For me, this one's not an issue.
Okay.
I mean, it depends if I have to deal with them, but for me, if someone acts angry or unusual, I just try to get away from that person.
There you go. I agree with that. I like it. Remove yourself. People let bygones be bygones.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Especially this day and time, where everybody has a lot of different opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of have to respect it. I definitely handle your business.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. All right. How about you, Kat?
I feel the same way. I feel like if someone wants to behave a certain way, as long as it doesn't interfere with me me or what I'm doing, then I really don't wanna interfere with what they're doing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Live it up there. I love it. All right, so we're moving on to our last four. These are more open-ended, or your opinion. So when either one can start with this. What is anger?
I'd say it's when, I want to say when you violently react, but I think there's also passive aggressive too.
Okay.
I think it's any action where you're unintentional. I guess you're intentionally harming someone because you're emotionally in the moment excited.
Okay.
And you just feel like you can't control yourself. I don't know. I think
I agree. No, I wholeheartedly agree. Anger is an emotion. Okay. Yeah. And it's natural. And it happens. And it's never mind. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's just it's part of life. Part of us. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
To me, it's an emotion, and the only way I can describe it is when someone says they see red.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's more like, most people, it has a bad connotation to it, but I think that it's only bad if you don't know how to deal with it.
Outstanding. Love it. Exactly like we're doing anger management. So it's not a bad thing because it's part of us, right? But if not managed, not recognized, you don't have knowledge on it, it can be destructive. It can be, that's all you see. It's just, I just blanked out. Everything, I just blew up, right? I'm done, right? You're done too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Outstanding. Love it. All right. Is anger healthy? I think we kind of answered that.
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, I would say yeah.
All right. I agree.
As long as you can let it out.
There
And
you go.
in the right way, like not acting on the moment, but able to talk to someone or finding some way where you can resolve the issue.
Outstanding. I agree. Yep. It's healthy as long as you manage it. Bottled up? Not so much, right?
No.
Okay. How about you?
Same thing, I think it's healthy.
Okay, I agree. Because it's part of life. It's like a cycle. Like a yin and yang thing. All right. You have to have a balance, a scale, right? Push, give. Okay. Is it okay to be angry?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say yeah.
All right. I think we kind of answered that one too. Yes, I agree. Yeah, it's okay to be angry. It's part of us, part of life. It's just it's not so much what happens, how you respond to it. Can I say that? Okay. How can I manage my anger?
I think the biggest thing is talking about it. Because then when you're talking to another person about it, you might realize, depending on the situation, it might be kind of like silly.
Yeah.
And then when you talk about another person, you realize oh, I guess it wasn't a big deal, or maybe it was, and then you can figure out how to deal with it next time.
Yeah, because now you get to see each other's side to it. Yeah, not just one side of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking this. Oh, I'm thinking that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, sounds great. How about you?
Same thing, I think that maybe the person you're talking to has experience with whatever you're angry about. So that's good, because then you can take advice from someone who's been in that situation. So you can either figure out, hey, are you feeling this? Is it normal to feel this way? And if how I handle the situation, is it normal? So it's good to talk to someone that has been in your position.
Okay, outstanding. I agree. Because then now this turn to a learning session now, right? And you just learned from somebody who's already been there, right?
Yeah.
So okay, great. So with that, we're gonna go into our exercises. Okay? You guys ready? First of all, I want to say something. If any loud noises or anything like that bothers you, let me know right now. And we have a limitation. I know you can't blow a balloon, so I'll blow the balloon up for you. But any loud noises or anything like that, would that bother you guys?
No.
Depends how loud.
Okay. It's like a pop. Would that bother you?
Yeah, as long as it's not right in my ear, I'll be okay.
All right. So we'll make sure not right by you. All right. And no, you're good? All right, we'll start with the tape measure exercise. So first, I'm going to ask your age. Okay? So how old are you?
16.
16. All right. So we're going to start at 16. Okay? Now, how long do you plan on living?
50 years.
50 years. All right. So you do the math on that. What we got?
66.
All right. So we're going to 66. Ooh, that's a long time, huh? We're at 66. So, when we start around 16 to 66, we're asking, with any anger that you're living with right now, and you haven't resolved, do you want to deal with this for that long time? At the age of 66, do you still want to be dealing with the same issues you've been dealing with at age 16?
No,
Okay. So what are you going to do about it?
change.
All right. Okay. I like that. I agree. Good job. All right. So Jake, sorry. Remind me of Matthias. How old are you?
24.
24? All right. Yeah, you've been in high school for a long time. So how long you living?
Let's say 16.
60. You do math. What you at?
That's 84.
All right. And I'm probably doing this a little different way. So we go at 60 point stop there. Okay. But and just say, instead of me adding, 80 to, 24. So do you, same question, how long do you want to live with your anger non-management? Do you want to deal with this from 24 to 64?
No.
All right, that's like stagnant, right? You see, I was told about one time, if you stop moving forward, it's not good, right? You don't want to move forward. All right. Okay. So what are you gonna do about it?
Try to talk about it more, or try to think about what I'm trying to gain from the situation.
Okay, good. I love it. And that's one of my little things you guys know. I believe in, even though it's probably not the best way to say it, I believe in being selfish with your life, right? Hey, you want to have the best quality life possible, so yeah, be selfish. What's in it for me, right? Quality life is what's in it for you, right? Okay. All right, I like that. Any questions on this part?
No.
All right, any questions on the pre-assessment?
No.
How about you, Kat? Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next one. So we'll take the red balloons. I'm gonna act like I'm Kat, and you can be Matthias, and we're gonna blow up. I'm sorry, you can be Jake. Sorry. Okay, I apologize. You probably don't even respect me no more. You can call me a different name. Yeah. So we're gonna blow up the red balloon first, and then we're gonna tie a knot in it, okay? Or don't blow this shit. That's up.
I'm going to do this time.
All right, so this balloon, there you go. So that balloon that they're holding, that represents anger. Okay? That's everything we talked about, 1 through 10, and then the 4, prior to us coming up with some ways to mitigate that. And that's anger in there. And this, and right now, what I want you to do is, before coming here, how you managing this, I want you to get rid of the anger right now. So however you can, I need you to get the air out of that. Okay?
Anyway?
Anyway. Wow. Okay. Outstanding. That was kind of loud. That was a little violent. All right. Wow. Yep. That was a little violent too. So both of those things represented anger unmanaged. And pretty much what you just said, 7 through 8. When someone upsets me, I don't normally respond, but I think about the action or the response I could take later. You hold it in. It ain't going nowhere, right?
Yeah.
And then you're going to add number 8. I don't forgive somebody that's wronged me wrong, right? Hey, I didn't deserve that. Damn it. You know what? Hey. And then that's just adding more in there. There's pressure in it, right? It's not going nowhere. Not resolving it. Not managing it. Okay? Number 9. At this point, myself, I lose control of my emotions. I think that was a little loss of control, represent a good loss of control right there, right? That explosion. Do you want that to be you managing anger?
No.
Do you want to live to, would you say 60, would you say? 80 or 80 or something like that?
Yeah.
80. And then what's your age you want to live to?
66.
Do you want to, you said you want to live to 66?
Yeah. You asked me, I was 16, and how long you
Oh,
going to live?
66.
For another 50 years? That's 66.
Yes, ma'am. All right. I never was good at math. That's why I'm so good. All right. Okay, so, yeah, so that represents that. 66. Do you want to live like that up to 66, that kind of pressure? Wait for that to happen? All right, so that's why we want to manage your anger. So what I'm going to do now, if you don't have any, okay. So now we're going to take the yellow balloon. We're going to do the same thing. Well, first of all, do you have any questions about that?
No.
Okay. How about you? None? Okay. So, and I'm going to blow your balloon for you. That's your balloon. And I want you to blow it up. But do not tie it in a knot, okay? All right.
Why does that have a happy face?
I know, that's what I was confused up to. Because
What happened?
I'm sorry. Well, he has to have it blew up. All right. But, so you can show your happy face to the camera. All right, there you go. So this represents, this is stress again, okay? And then as each, I'm gonna have you guys alternate or read, I'm gonna read the questions, you'll alternate giving responses, right? And as you give a response, I want you to let some air out, okay? Just a little bit, all right? So I normally get angry, but when I do, I explode. So what can you do so you don't explode when you get angry?
Try to take a deep breath.
All right, let a little air out. That's a lot. Okay. And what can you do then?
Well, before you get that angry when you explode, you need to, like what Jake said, is you need to be able to, whatever works for you, if it's breathing, counting, being assertive.
Okay, I agree. I said, let a little air out. Now just manage your anger, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna go down a little bit fast, okay? And then you guys know how you give an answer, that's fair, okay? But try to, if the air goes out, then we'll just, it is what it is. All right? I am still angry about things people did to me in the past.
I guess that one depends what someone did to you, but I guess talking about it,
Okay, that's fair. Okay,
You're just gonna have to let it go because those people ain't thinking about you.
I agree. All right. I get annoyed when I have to wait in line or wait on people.
That one, just there.
I think you're in the air. Okay. All right.
You need to you need to keep your mind occupied with something else.
All right, I understand. I agree. I'm gonna skip down. I stay awake at night reflecting on what made me angry that day.
You stop being angry and stop reflecting on that.
I agree. There you go. There you go.
I guess sleeping it off would help.
All right, there you go. There you go. Get some rest. Relax. There you go. Just because when you're angry, you're tense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Relax. Sleep better. All right. I don't forgive someone who has wronged me wrong. I think you're about good. Okay.
This one, I guess this one would take a while. Like I said, it depends what they did to you, and then this one that will just take time. Like it'll take time for you to get better because you're not gonna just say one day like, oh, I feel, I'm gonna forgive them and feel better.
Yeah, not like switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a process, it's a journey. Yeah, so it's like, I agree. Yeah, not like that. But this could be a start to where you can say, all right, I'm starting right here. I'm gonna use prior how you say that, experiences, right, and responses, and everything we learned from 1 through 8 already. Practice those, right? Good job.
I think this goes with that
Tape measure thing?
tape measure thing, because if you're gonna live with that for 50, 60 years, sometimes that is what is going to cause you to blow up. Because if someone else does the same thing to you that the person you didn't forgive has done to you, it's just gonna fester.
Yes, I agree. And also too, to add to all that, stress adds, it takes away from your life, all right? It's not good, it's not healthy, all right? So you do want to find a way to manage stress, get it out, exercise, get rest, relax. When you're angry, you're tense. When you're relaxed, or you're not angry, you're relaxed. Okay, you don't want to be there. You want to be relaxed, you want to live a long, healthy life, right? All right. It's okay to be angry, but you learn how to manage it. All right. We're going to skip down to 10. I get annoyed when people do not behave responsibly.
This one,
You can't control what someone else does.
yeah, exactly.
You only can control yourself.
Outstanding.
So you can't really let that bother you.
Yeah, I agree.
On that, you made that. Yeah, you're good.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, with that, any questions?
No.
No.
All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to come back, if you guys don't mind, in 2 weeks, and we are going to, I want you to practice, put in the real life, you have the knowledge, now you have to take that knowledge and put it into action, right? Knowledge without action, really useless in my opinion, all right? So we'll come back in 2 weeks, and we will take your post-assessment, and we'll find out how well it worked out, okay? All right, sure, no questions? All right, you have a great night. See you in 2 weeks, all right? Thank you, all right.